Welcome to, am I going to call this GFW Impact or just Impact? I don't know which name is best. I probably will put in the title GFW Impact just to see if anyone's going to be able to notice it or not. But anyway, before I get started, there's a question I'd like to pose to everybody. Look, a lot of people already made a video about Paige and Alberto. And I already made a video myself, and I'll leave it in the description below if you guys want to actually look at it. But this is a question I pose. Hang on. This is a question I pose to everybody else. How many tapings have been done since before the incident happened? Because we had Slammiversary, and now we're here. How many tapings did they actually do? Did they do 2 sets of tapings, which is like 2, maybe 4 videos? I mean, not 4 videos, 4 sets of tapings? Or did they do 3 sets of tapings? Well, 4 sets of tapings, which means basically each week they do back-to-back tapings, which is on one day and then they film again on another day. So each week they did 2 tapings, which is a set. The question is, how many sets did they do? Did they do 2 or did they do 4 or 3? I'm not exactly sure how many sets they've done. So the question I pose to everybody, how many you think is done before they're going to have to try and justify Alberto not being there, even though they did announce it that they did suspend him? Yes, I found this out on Deluxe Man's video. Actually, I had not seen anything from Andre Corbett. He's probably doing research to find out if it's true or not. I think he has been suspended. Deluxe Man said he found out that Alberto had been suspended. So I don't know if it's true. Maybe he has been suspended, maybe he has not. But my question is, how many sets of tapings did they do? Did they do 2 sets? Did they do 3 sets? Did they do 6 tapings? Did they do 4 tapings? Did they only get 2 tapings done? And how are they going to justify him not being on TV? Because now, and that's if he's not working until the investigation's over, how do they justify putting a title on Bobby Lashley or justify a tournament to make up for what happened to him? Now, I'm going to actually talk about what just happened now, in a sense. What happened with LAX and Alberto. Now, unfortunately, I did not get a chance to see the very beginnings of Impact because the stream I was watching didn't start until about 15 minutes later. But I did catch it after, well, I went to YouTube and I did check to see if Impact Wrestling did put it on the channel, and they did, so I got the snippets of it. So how did Alberto sound? He actually sounded pretty good. And allowing him to curse, basically what happened in WWE, which pissed his ass off, and he said, "You think I fucking forgot about it?" That was nice to see. I know it's not nice to curse, but this isn't a PG show. They did bleep it, but still, it's not a PG show. I'm actually glad it's not a PG show because it makes it a little bit more real. And talking to Conan, explaining what happened to him, and let's be honest, as much as many other promotions don't promote black wrestlers, there are some promotions that don't promote Spanish wrestlers or Asian wrestlers very well either. There are some promotions that are still to a certain point racist. Can't lie about it. And I'm not going to say that they're all perfect. They're not. But I will say with Impact, they have done a very good job of showing more respect to ethnic wrestlers. You got Alberto and you got Lashley. That answers your question. But it's good to see they did go there, and it makes sense for Conan to do what he is doing. Now, do I actually want to see an older wrestler get over instead of one of the younger wrestlers behind him doing the gimmick instead of him? No, I'd rather see one of the younger wrestlers behind him be his backup when he can't talk that well. Instead of having Conan as the mouthpiece, make one of those other people the mouthpiece. Make, what is it? The girl, I forgot her name. Diamante. Why don't she become the mouthpiece? She's not in the Knockouts division. Make her mouthpiece. But as it stands, Lashley comes in after Alberto gets his ass kicked, and then we have a match at the end of the night. It was an okay match. It wasn't one of the 5 stars I've seen. But at the end, what do we get? The faces win. Lashley goes up the ramp and does not save Alberto. So that makes you wonder 2 things. 1, is Lashley going to join LAX? To be honest, I don't know. 2, Lashley did this because he's still an enemy of Alberto, even though he shook his hand. That one will make more sense. And oh, what I said in Slammiversary, No, not Slammiversary. What I said in the episode after Slammiversary, that Alberto Paige would probably not join LAX, that they dragged him off, saved him, and he pretty much said no, was exactly what I said, so I got this storyline right. Shame that Alberto's not going to be there because, well, maybe not be there because we still don't know if he is really suspended. He probably is suspended, but I don't know. Anyway, the second round of the X Cup. We got ACH, and I actually saw HEH. Sorry, it's hard to get the name right. ACH, I did see him on Reality of Wrestling. I did do a Reality of Wrestling series for a little while. You guys want me to do it again? Leave a comment below. Tell me you want me to go back to Reality of Wrestling. Haven't seen it for a while because I was doing another series. Tell me if you want to see it. But anyway, when it comes down to it, the match he had with Andrew Everett was a good one. And it was him who won, which it was supposed to be. He's new talent, new blood, and he should be getting over. But it is kind of sad to see Andrew Everett. He really didn't get all the way into where he wanted to be as X Division champion. And I would like them not to totally bury people who already been in the X Division for new guys. Mind you, it is good to see that it's not a WWE guy. This guy has been around the world and had worked in Reality of Wrestling Booker T's promotion. So it's okay to see that it isn't someone directly from the WWE, but it does still upset me to see that one of our talent is getting buried. Then we got two talents that are probably going to get buried. You got the Swole Mates. I've never even heard of it. They said they're about to do their new show next week. Versus Eli Drake and Chris Adonis coming out, challenging them, getting pissed at them because their muscles are bigger than his. I could understand. He's supposed to be very cocky and attitude. But Eli Drake coming out to deal with that, come on. I don't know if Eli Drake is alright with this situation he's in, with the storyline he's in, working with Chris Adonis. Maybe he's cool working with Chris. Maybe they're actual good friends. But I want to see him in the main event because he can talk very well. He's not bad in the ring. He's really a great talker. I want to see him in the main event. But this is what we got. Them separating them, I didn't care. And that upsets me because I want to see Eli Drake succeed. Now, Gail Kim's announcement. Here's an interesting thing. I was never a really big Gail Kim fan, but I didn't hate her. When she was in the WWE, she was okay. When she went back to TNA, I did become more interested in her. And then I saw how they were booking her to the point where everyone else was getting buried, and that turned me off to her. Doesn't mean I didn't appreciate her as a wrestler. I didn't appreciate her as a decent talker. But it still upset me that they went to Gail Kim more than the younger talent that's going to replace her eventually when she retires. And now she's announced she's going to retire. Okay. But that makes me feel even more angry. Because she says she's going to retire by the end of the year. So by December, she's supposed to retire. And then in January, she will not be there anymore. Either she legitimately is not going to wrestle anymore. Or maybe she will go to the WWE and wrestle there. I don't know which one it was. Because look what happened with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle currently is in the WWE as a general manager and doing a good job. And I think I'm going to do another debate a week because I think I know who's coming out. And I'm sure a lot of people already guessed. But I'll put my 2 bits in. But you don't know if she's going to really retire. Maybe she'll go to the WWE. You never know. Or Lucha Underground for that matter. And tell me if you guys want me to do a Lucha Underground series. Because I really haven't seen it yet. Only saw maybe the first 2 episodes when it first started back in, 2014 or 13? I can't remember when it first came out. But tell me if you want me to do a review on it. Start doing reviews on it. That's a better way to say it. Now, how can I say this? I am happy. You know why? You got a match from AAA. A match from AAA. This is what we needed for Impact Wrestling. Now supposedly they're trying to promote this is a global force, that we are great in professional wrestling. If Impact Wrestling is going to be where the other promotions are going to start sponsoring themselves more. And it doesn't mean Impact Wrestling will not sponsor itself. But now they're going to be sponsoring themselves and the other promotions that they're affiliated with, I am all for it, yes. It can be twice a month you have a match. I don't care. It doesn't have to be every week. It can be twice a month. You can do one match in the beginning of the month and one match at the end of the month. I wouldn't mind it. Or you can switch it up. As long as you show your affiliation to the other companies, that's something. But I wish that they would actually give them promo segments. Let these guys, even if they got to talk in Spanish or Japanese, put freaking subtitles there to show that they are important to you. So it was the Octagon Cisco or Siscon and Damansa. I can't even pronounce the names. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names until I know them. Was it a good match? It was a weird feeling seeing someone that was probably shorter than Rey Mysterio flying around just like him. It was good to see it, but it was strange. You could say that guy is almost practically a midget wrestler, but he does look a bit taller. And in the end, it was Octagon, what is his name? Ciscato. Tato or Ciscato. He won. I would like to see something of AAA. Promos of AAA once in a while. Throw a promo or two out in your company, GFW. That will show that you actually care about the other promotions and let them feel like they're important. Now, you've got the Impact Grand Championship title match. It's got Moose. It's got what was the guy's name? I couldn't even believe. I tried to remember his name multiple times, but I couldn't. Matsushita. If I'm pronouncing the guy's name, I'm so sorry. I have always been bad with names until I see them long enough that I can learn how to speak their name properly. Master Fujita. Or Fuji. Master Fuji. Mas Fujita. I think that's his name. Versus Moose and EC3 at commentary. Was it a good match? Well, there was a problem. Moose was kicking his ass left, right, and center. That just didn't look good for a Noah former champion. That was the problem that I had. I mean, I wanted to see that he couldn't get his ass kicked so easily. And unfortunately, he got his ass kicked a lot. Particularly getting boot to the face. That proves that Moose was just too large for him. But then it kind of didn't really make Noah look good. He was a former, probably world champion in their equivalent. And he kind of deserved a bit better than what he had. But this was only supposed to promote the story between EC3 and Moose. And that also made me feel a little bit bad because I want to see more from Wrestling Noah. And it wasn't good to see that. But I am interested in seeing Moose and EC3. I want to see Moose. I want to see Moose beat the living hell out of EC3 and EC3 beating the hell out of Moose. Seeing EC3 grab that that ring bell? I actually forgot what it was twice. That was cool, but in the end, no one really jobbed because no one really got 100% over. Well, actually, I shouldn't be saying that because EC3 did get his ass kicked a little bit, but then he retreated very quickly. Kind of a chicken shit heel. I'm not too happy about that. Okay. Ava Story versus Law Van Ness. Oh, Ava's just beautiful. I don't have a picture of her right now other than what's in the ring. Oh, I think she's in her 30s. I'm not sure. You guys tell me how old Ava Story is. Either in her 20s or her late 30s, I believe. But personally, I don't really care how old she is. She's a very beautiful woman. And in the end, she jobbed to Laura Van Ness, which she's supposed to. Laura Van Ness's story is still a good one. She's lost her freaking mind because she got jolted. But here's the thing that I'm going like, seriously? This is the end of my review, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell this is the end of my review. If I'm forgetting anything, I'm trying to remember. There ain't nothing else to remember. This is the most ridiculous thing I've seen. You are going there with Laura Van Ness. You're making Laura Van Ness important in the way of helping Guido not to get deported back to Ireland. I believe he's Irish. And he is trying to stay in this country. And he's been asking women one, then another, and then he goes to her with candy, some liquor, and says, let's go on a date. Just say yes. And then Kongo Calm comes out and scares the living crap out of him. His crap runs down his leg in a basic sense. And he runs away with basically Joseph Park, who probably is going to face Kongo Calm to save his ass. Either it's going to be Joseph Park saving Guido, or it's going to be the Abyss saving Guido from Kongo Calm. Two big guys fighting it out, and then he's going to try and win his chance to stay in America. Oh my God. I got a picture of them standing in ring together. I had to. I can't look at the camera with a straight face thinking they're actually going there with this storyline. This is the most stupidest thing I've seen in a long time. Particularly they're doing it with a really over character in Laura Van Ness. And someone that we have not seen in so long. He's got gray hair because he's old. And a Guido. I would understand it was Muhammad Ali Shira because he's gotten a lot of leeway. And he's had some fighting with Kongo Calm. But Guido? Are you serious? I don't know what else to say. This is my point of view, and I hope you enjoy this, well, I'll say GFW Impact review. Please give me a comment below. If I forgot anything, I'm sorry. My mind went to mush when I thought Laura Van Ness is getting hit on by Guido. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace!